Hi, this is Yogesh. Good morning to all. Welcome to Servlet tutorial. Today we shall learn one more important interview question, that is how many ways to send or pass the data between two web resource program of a Java web application and describe those ways. So how many ways we can send the data between two different web resource programs of a web applications? So the answer is totally three ways. Three ways to send the data between two web resource programs of a Java web applications. So what are the three different ways? Before explaining three different ways, let me explain how can we able to send the data or pass the data between web resource programs. So first, before going to proceed three different ways, let me have some basic ideas or basic concept about how to pass the data. So we can say attribute is a logical name that can carry one value. Here the word attribute is nowhere related to the XML or HTML tags attribute. So attributes in Servlet programming actually allows wrapper class objects as values, but we can pass simple values because they will convert it into wrapper class object through autoboxing feature. So let me add these node points also. So here attribute, by using attribute we can able to send the data from one servlet to another servlet. So attribute is a logical name that can carry one value. So here attribute, here the word attribute is nowhere related to the XML or HTML tags attribute. Okay boss, let me add one more node point. So attributes in Servlet programming actually allows wrapper class objects as values, but we can pass simple values because they will be converted into wrapper class object through autoboxing feature. Okay boss, fine. Next, let me give you three ways and three attributes and four techniques. So I can say the solution for this: three attributes and four techniques. What are those? So first of all, let me say you, when source and destination web resource programs resides in the same web application. So this is case 1. Okay, fine. So what are the different ways? So instead of 1, let me give you here a. So in this a, so we can use request attributes. So when to use request attributes? Use request attribute when source and destination program must use same request comma response object. Source and destination program must use same request comma response objects. Same request comma response object. Next, second way, B. So here we can use session attributes. So here use source and destination program. Use the source and destination program. Let me type here, program is missing word, programs. So here also missing programs must get request from same browser window. So in this way also we can able to share or pass the data between two different web browser programs. And third is use Servlet context object. Attributes. So here source and destination programs need not to have same request and response object and need not get the request from same browser window. Source and destination programs need not to have same request comma response objects and need not to get request from same browser window. Okay boss, so this is case 1. Let me go for case 2. Case 1 and case 2. So this is case 2. In this case 2, when source and destination program resides in two different web applications. So in this case we can append the query string. What is the solution for this? So append the query string to the URL passed in response.sendRedirect method. We can able to append the query string to the response.sendRedirect method. So the solution is append the query string to the URL passed in response.sendRedirect method. So how we can pass? Let me give the method. For example, response.sendRedirect. So this is your query. Take example URL. Here you have configured your URL. Then question mark. then param1 assignment operator value 1. If you want to append one more operator, then you can use ampersand symbol, then again param2 assignment operator value 2. Like this we can able to append the query string. Okay, fine. So let us see how this works now. How this works. So I need the paint here. Assume this is my browser window. So this is the browser window, and I do have one app. What is the app name? Test app. It's a Java web application. So let me give the name. This is the browser window. Browser window. Test app. This is Java web application. Java web application. This test app contains multiple Servlet programs. Like an example, this is Servlet program 1, Servlet program 2, Servlet program 3, and Servlet program 4. 4 Servlet programs. This browser window B1. Take an example, I took here B1. The name is B1. Okay. Now here I would like to perform Servlet chaining. So to perform Servlet chaining, so before, let me give the names to these web applications. Sorry, not web application, Servlet program. This is SRV1 program. SRV1 program. This is SRV2 program. SRV2 program. This is SRV3 program. Servlet 3 program, and this is SRV4 program. SRV4 program. Okay, fine. So here I want to perform Servlet chaining from Servlet 1 to Servlet 2 program and Servlet 2 program to Servlet 3 program. So to send the additional data from here to here, this is my browser window. Browser window gives the request. So to Servlet program 1, okay, and Servlet program will process that request and send the request, forwards the request to Servlet program 2. Servlet program 2 is which in chaining, and Servlet program 2 process that request, again forwards the request to Servlet program 3, SRV3. Okay, boss, fine. So they are in chaining now. They are in chaining. So write the label here, chaining, Servlet chaining, or you can call SRV chaining. Here also SRV chaining. Okay, boss, fine. So to send the data from here to here, from browser 1, Servlet 1 to Servlet 2, Servlet 2 to Servlet 3. Okay, in this case we can use 3 different ways. Okay, boss, fine. Request attribute. Okay, boss, fine. Now let us see one by one all the attributes now. All the attributes. So first attribute, what is the first way? Request attributes. Request attributes. So what happens in request attributes, guys? So first of all, understand request attributes. So after request attributes, we'll proceed for session attributes. We'll proceed for practical implementation of those session attributes. Okay, boss. After session attributes, we'll proceed for Servlet context attributes. Servlet context attributes. Okay, boss. Fine. So let us see this practical implementation of these. Okay, fine. So let us see. Let us understand practical implementation of how to pass or send the data between two web resource programs of web applications. Okay, fine. Let us understand three ways. Let us understand in details. Three ways practical implementation how to pass the send the data between two web resource programs of web applications. Okay, boss. Fine. Now request attribute, session attribute, and Servlet context attribute. So let's create the web applications and understand the theoretical concept as well as understand the syntaxes for these request, session, Servlet context attributes. Okay, boss. Fine.